Hello students, and welcome to Broward College. This is your Strategies for Success course, and this course hopefully will provide the foundation for you to be able to learn strategies that you need to succeed in college. My name is Professor Carol Camacho, and it is my pleasure to be presenting this course to you. I always say that students don't know what they don't know, and what they don't know can certainly cause them to maybe not do well in college, and the worst case scenario is to leave college. So this is the beginning of our journey together in our SLS class, and so we begin by giving you the learning objectives. So this is chapter 1 of you and your college experience. So what will you learn? You'll learn to list your most important personal values and relate them to college. You'll begin thinking about what kind of career will best match your interests, skills, and personality. You'll understand how college is different from high school in many ways. You'll develop a positive attitude about yourself as a college student. You'll accept responsibility for your college experience and your life. You'll understand how you may be similar to and different from other traditional students or returning students. And you should be able to describe the characteristics of a successful student. You should be able to understand and make different effective use of the 4 steps of learning. Describe the different learning styles of different college students. Know how to benefit from your learning style. Take action to learn effectively when your learning style is different from the instructor's teaching style. Describe different types, the differences between large and small college classes, and discuss the implications for learning, and understand courses within your own college program, core courses, electives, and major courses. Then you should be able to describe different skills needed for online courses, know how to learn your college's policies and understand their importance, know what resources your college makes available to students and how to access them. Understand that success in college means more in the long term than simply passing or getting good grades. Describe situations in which grades do matter and why it's important to do as well as you can. Describe why it's so important to be successful in your first year of college, and list steps you can begin taking immediately to ensure your success. So think about this for a minute. What is your plan? How long do you anticipate being in college? How many courses will you need to take per term to finish college in your planned period of time? What do you anticipate will be the most difficult part of completing college? Are you confident you'll be able to overcome any possible difficulties in completing college? Were you able to easily answer the questions in the activity? How confident do you feel about your plan? Just thinking in a positive way about your plan can help your future to come true. So what matters to you? The word value refers to things that matter to a person. So, questions to consider. What makes you feel good? What things would you be doing if you had all the time and money and opportunity in the world? Every individual has his or her own values. Students who enter college with their eyes open and who think about their own values and motivations will be more successful. Thinking ahead to a major and career. Some students know from the very early stages what they want to do. Some students have only a vague sense of direction before beginning college, and some students choose a major in an academic subject because they enjoy that subject. The traditional idea of the liberal arts education is that you can go to college and not prepare for a specific career, but to become a well-educated person who is then in a better position to work in any number of careers. So, there are various tools used by colleges to help you discover what careers you might want or enjoy. And so we have some at Broward, and here are some websites, or here is a website that should help you. So think about what your strong interests are. And later on, we're going to talk about the learning styles and the Myers-Briggs indicator. Now, you need to consider your past educational experience. The college experience is usually different from high school in many ways. The way you manage your time, the way you meet deadlines. Do you think that you're mature enough to do well in college? Classes are too large, making it easy to feel lost in the crowd. Do instructors teach by lecture? College courses require study time. Your social and personal life in college may be less supervised. You will meet more people from more diverse backgrounds in college, and a change in your living situation for many students can lead to emotional changes. Liking yourself as a college student and why that's important. A positive attitude is important, and that will motivate you. It'll help you to be less fearful. It'll help you to understand your own life. Some students just need a little more help in college, but everyone can learn the skills to be successful. So here's what you have to do. You have to develop self-management skills. So here are a few thoughts for you to get started in the right direction. Accept the responsibility for your life. Decide what you want to do. Realize what you can change. Develop a personal ethical code, and enjoy your life. So the traditional student usually comes directly from high school. They spend their first year either in a community college like ours or living on a campus if they're going to a university. Returning students are those students who are a little bit older. They could be full-time or part-time, but they may make a very deliberate decision to go to college. Returning students may have less time to study because obviously they have family commitments, many of them do, and they may not have time for extracurricular campus activities and the like. And so there are other groups. The commuter student, which is the student, of course, like many of you, many students at Broward who drive. There's the first generation student. That's the first in their family to attend college. There are those who have just come into the United States. They're recent immigrants or international students. And then there are students with disabilities. There are students who are at home. And then there are students who are working. There are students who live with their family. So what's the profile of a successful student? A student. They have learned how to gain the most from their assigned readings and classes. They know how to prepare and take tests successfully. They interact well with their instructors and students, and they learn to write well in their classes, and this is essential. They develop good social skills. They take control of their health and finances, and they learn how to transition well from the world of college into their careers. There is something called a learning life cycle, a learning cycle. And there are 4 steps. The first is, in the learning cycle, it's comprised of 4 steps. First, you prepare. A student who is prepared and a student who is not prepared for class will experience very different experiences, especially after or upon their first day. So prepare to learn. Preparation for learning is important. They absorb. Absorbing refers to the actual taking in of new ideas and information. They learn to capture. They capture notes. They capture memory. And they are good note takers. They review the information once it's given to them in their classes. A popular theory of different learning styles is from Howard Gardner's Multiple Intelligences. And so here's what he bases them on. The 8 multiple intelligences are verbal, logical, visual, kinesthetic, rhythmic, interpersonal, intrapersonal, and naturalistic. Another popular approach is the VARC, and that describes your learning styles as either visual, which means that you prefer charts and images, or oral or auditory, which means that you learn better by listening, reading and writing. That means you learn better by the written language, or kinesthetic, which means you learn better by hands-on practicing and acting. So, what's your learning style? And here you can, as you read this, you'll kind of get an understanding of what your learning style is. So, it's best, once you start your education, that you get started on the right foot. Some suggestions: introduce yourselves to your instructors, and if you haven't done so already, make sure that you are participating in your classes. Make a vow to yourself to pay attention to how you spend your money and take good care of your body. These are some of the strategies in order to begin your journey well in college. Now, this concludes Chapter 1. Now that you've gone through this, take the Chapter 1 quiz, and I'll see you in Chapter 2.